I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need. I don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. I just want you for.
Hello YouTube, welcome to my first episode of my kcsj this series. Here I'll be posting various Christmas bites, different DIYs that are on a budget, and maybe even some vlogs, we'll see. But anyway, thank you for joining me. Today we'll be going through a Snickerdoodle cake baking tutorial. This was actually my first time making it because I was trying to make a birthday cake for Stanley since his birthday just recently passed, and he loves Snickerdoodles. Out of all the cookies there are, he just loves Snickerdoodles, especially come Christmas time. Anyway, this is a super simple, easy tutorial. Don't be intimidated by the finished look, but honestly, this would be great for Christmas parties where you can just impress your friends and family. Well, anyway, if you do decide to try this out, I would love to see it. So hashtag kcsjmess on your social media, and yeah, I'd like to see it. So thanks.
Let's begin. So first we have about a 3/4 cup unsalted butter, and we're just going to add that to our mixing bowl. And here we have cream cheese. It calls for 3 ounces, so that'll be about 1/3 of the package, and you're going to want to cream it together. Be sure that these ingredients are at room temperature so that they're easier to cream together. And here we have about a cup of granulated sugar, and you're going to want to slowly add that into our butter and cream cheese mixture and cream it together. I remember when I was a kid, I used to sneak a little lick every now and then from the buttercream mixture because it's just so good, but so bad. And here we have about 1/3 cup of brown sugar, which we will add in. And again, we're going to want to cream it together. You don't have to do it separately like I did, but it was just easier for me to measure it out separately and such. And don't forget to wipe down the sides of your bowl. And here we have 3 eggs. It'll be best if they're at room temperature, but you don't have to. If not, it's no biggie. And here we're going to add our eggs one at a time, and after adding each egg, you're going to want to mix it into our cream mixture well. And there's the next egg. Make sure that it's well incorporated every time you add it in. And now we have some vanilla. Yes, it's Kirkland brand. You know I love my Costco. And here we're going to add about 2 teaspoons to our butter mixture. May your days be merry. And you're going to want to mix that in. I love the smell of vanilla. So good. And you're going to want to set that aside. Now we'll do our dry ingredients. So here's about 2 cups and 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour, and you're going to want to add that all into a mixing bowl. And again, Kirkland, Costco. 3/4 teaspoon salt. I didn't have the actual spoon for it, so I just kind of eyeballed it. And here we have baking powder. Again, it calls for 3/4 teaspoon, so I just eyeballed that. And now we have our baking soda. It calls for about 8 teaspoons, so I just eyeballed it using my 1/2 teaspoon. It's about a pinch or so. And here we have 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. And you're going to want to just mix that all into your dry ingredients. Here we have our dry, our cream, and our liquid ingredient, which is actually about a cup of buttermilk. I'm told that the buttermilk gives it kind of like the taste of cream of tartar that's very distinct in the Snickerdoodle. It's basically what makes a Snickerdoodle a Snickerdoodle. And so you're just going to want to alternately add in your dry and then your wet mix into your cream mixture. Before using the hand mixer, I like to just mix it by hand, just in case like any big poofs of dust fly in my face, which would not be pretty. And so you have some greased pans and you're just going to want to pour in your batter. It's a really dense batter, so be sure to just smooth it out nicely with your spatula. And I had 3 layers, so I put about 1/3 in each pan, and you're going to want to bake at a 350 oven for 25 to 30 minutes. And I actually didn't film me making the buttercream because it was actually really messy, but I'll make sure to add the recipe down in the description box below, so be sure to check that out because this cake will definitely not taste like a Snickerdoodle unless it has this. Like, this is the main ingredient in the whole cake. It just has the nice cinnamon flavor in it and vanilla, and it's just a nice smooth buttercream that keeps the cake really nice and moist. Now, just a disclaimer, I am not formally trained in the art of baking or cooking or even cake decorating, but I did what I could, and no, I have not yet invested in one of those cake stands that turns, but I probably will really soon to make my life a little easier. And it's really up to you how you decide to decorate this cake. I just decided to share with you how I decorated my cake. Oh, and originally the buttercream called for just normal cream in the buttercream, but instead I actually used some of the buttermilk, and it actually turned out pretty good. So here, this is optional. I just used some cookies to decorate the around my cake, and I just cut them in various lengths. But again, this is optional. And I just used a festive ribbon to round it all out and used the rest of my buttercream to make little swirlies. Originally, I had wanted to make roses on the top, but I was devastated to find out that I had actually left my star tip back in Alberta, so I had to make do with my medium round tip, which actually didn't turn out that bad because they did end up looking like cinnamon buns once I dusted it with some cinnamon on the top. So not bad, right? As you can see, this cake is really simple to do, but it looks so fancy. Like, I mean, wouldn't you think this was like store-bought? Maybe not, I don't know. But really, like, you should try this at home and impress your family and friends this Christmas. This is great, especially with the Christmas season rolling in. I mean, I know Stanley would eat this all year round if he could, but with Snickerdoodles being quite the festive treat, this would be great for any Christmas gathering that you may have. And if you do decide to try this, I would love to see it. So if you share this on your social media, be sure to hashtag kcsj and I would love to see it. And so here I have a link to my butternut squash risotto, so be sure to check that out. And if you liked to see more videos, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching.